fellow detectorists and potential for detectorists. I'm out again today having another go on this field that is like a jungle now. It might be the last chance we get for a while to come on this field until they cut it. Taken me a little bit longer than I wanted to get here because some Burke's driven a big lorry down the tiniest little country lane and got stuck. So apologies for traffic noise and people shouting in the background. Expecting a friend to turn up later. Probably won't put him on camera because he's a well-known YouTuber. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to cash in on his name. I've got here a bit early because there's a section of the field I want to take a quick look at. It tends to get ignored by a lot of people, mainly because it was green wasted a few years ago, so there's lots of shredded aluminium up there. But we'll have a look and see what comes of the day. Let's get on it. So first signal of today is hidden in here. I don't know if you'll pick the sound up on the camera or not, but the numbers dropped a bit as it came out, but let's have a look and see what it is. It's just a nondescript piece of lead. Not quite sure what it was. Maybe a cap off something. Oh well, let's get on to the next one. So I've been up here now for almost an hour, and this side of the field is horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So much aluminium that you can't ignore because it rings up nicely. A lot of it's folded up quite thick but still small, so it sounds like a silver coin. But I've just had another signal here and I can see it poking out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it there for you or not. It looks like it might be a silver thimble, or at least part of. So I'm going to pick it out now and have a closer inspection. Sorry, trying to get it in focus for you. The sun's on the screen again. But it looks interesting. I'm just going to give it a quick clean up and I will get back to you. Right, this is an absolute beauty. I've just done a little silver test on it. It's really hard to show you because of the sun glaring off of everything. I've just done a little silver test with the foil on it, and it definitely smells like silver. I haven't cleaned out the inside yet. I'll do that later when I get home. I might even be able to reshape this one. Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Right, let's see what else is in here. Right, so another reasonably good target, and we've had this little button come up. I'm not sure if you can quite make it out. I thought it was going to be military at first, but I can't see any insignia on it. But it's got like these wreath decorations around the side of it. But the best bit is it's still got the loop on the back, so I can wear it out when I go on the pull. Right, I've had to give up on my little crusade on the other side of the trees here. There's a quadruple whammy of obstacles. Normally I don't mind picking through a bit of aluminium to find the good stuff, but today I'm contending with rock solid ground because it's been so dry. Stones. The flint up here is unbelievable, and this long grass, it is just such hard work in this heat. I'm going to have a little sit down here in the shade of these trees and have a think about where to go next. I'm looking around the field looking for likely dips and bumps, but yeah, have a little drink and a think of it. See you in a bit. Just a quick note on responsible detecting. I've just walked along, and my permission is a shared permission. There's a few of us that do these fields. I've just come across this hole, which, yeah, the chap's filled it in lovely, but what he's dug out of it, he's just thrown on the ground next to the hole rather than taking it away with him. If you dig a bit of rubbish up, just take it home with you. It's not difficult, and a ring pull isn't going to weigh you down all day. It's not like you've dug out a big plough blade or something. Just put it in your pouch, take it away, throw it in the recycling bin at home. Little piece of lead. It's obviously been chopped up by the plough over the many years, but it's part of a bag seal. I know they're just to most people uninteresting little pieces of lead, but to me it gives says a lot about the local history, especially when they're whole and you actually know where they came from. Still, a little bit of history again. On we go. Right, so my next signal was this beast. Let me just, sorry, forgot to zoom out after the last one. Let's see if I can get it in. That is a rather hefty bit of armament. Very large bullet. Still history. On we go. So, on to the first coinage of the day. I haven't had a look yet, I've just seen it spring out. Here we go. Sadly, most of the coins on here don't tend to have much in the way of detail on them. This looks to be just a little farthing. Not sure on age. Yeah, doesn't look like there's going to be much detail left on it, sadly. A little pick just in case. No, it looks to be fairly blank. If I can see anything on it, I will get back to you. On we go. Right, so another signal that was a fairly good signal. I've dug it out and it is just a rove. Now, these things, we find them everywhere on this field, and it really makes me wonder what was going up on here that there's so many roves. We don't often find them like this though, with the nail still through them. It's normally either the nail or the actual little rove bit. Interesting, does make you think. Okay, so I've been sat here waiting for my mate to turn up, having a closer look at this thimble. Now I've cleared the mud out from the inside of it, it feels a bit light to be silver, so I'm thinking it might be like one of the aluminium ones. I don't know. I think possibly the silver smell that was coming from it wasn't silver smell, because this field is muck spread between cuts, so maybe it was just the smell of that coming from the mud. Such a shame. I'll ask my mate his opinion anyway when he comes, but that's my first thought, is that it's actually aluminium. Still a very nice little find though. Right, so this time my signal was an old lid off a jar or something like that. I can't quite make out what it's supposed to say. I'll probably be able to find something online. Yeah, quite interesting. It's got some age to it, although not British Museum style age. Still, makes you wonder if in a couple of 100 years time somebody might be digging up your old Marmite jar and thinking, wow, look at that. Next signal, a lovely signal, has turned out to be just a little 4-hole button. But that is old. That is a really old 4-hole button. Not like the usual rubbish we find. That one's going in the good pot, I think. On we go. Right, next signal. Very, very scratchy and choppy. I'm not entirely sure why that is, whether it's grammarisation or not. But it's this little thing. You see the decorative nature of it. It looks like it was probably maybe a decoration off a horse harness or somebody's belt. It's still got the tag on the back that went through the leather and was bent over. That should clean up quite nicely, I think. Quite happy with that. Good little bit of history. Right, so I've decided to stick in the shade for a minute and just go up and down this tree line a few times, and we've got something round. I'm hoping that it's a jetton. I can see something there. It might just be a button. Spoil my fun. I'll have a quick clean up and get back to you. So unfortunately it does look like it is a button, and a fairly toasted one at that. You just see some gold gild there still left on it. It's a shame. And from the looks of that inside, it's only very recently been folded by the tractor. I'm actually in the tractor tyre runs at the moment. Oh well, got my heart going for a minute. Finally thought I had my first full jetton. Right, I've had nothing for ages and this grass is becoming a absolute nightmare. I don't think we're going to get much longer on here. I have just had a little tiny Roman. It's not focusing. Little tiny Roman, but there's no detail on it that I can see. But still, signs that something else is here. Let's carry you, Adam and Eve, on the way back to the car. I'm still about, I don't know, 300 yards away from the bottom of the hill. Had a coin up, but alas, it is a coin of nothing as far as I can tell at the moment. I'll give it a bit more cleaning when I get home. But from the thickness of it, it's one of the earlier Georges. It's got some weight to it. Right, let's carry on down the hill and home. Okay, so another signal and another chunk of lead. This grass, trying to not give away where I am, but if you can see that, it is absolutely awful. My mate's already gone back to the van and given up the fight, and I'm working my way back slowly. I think that might be us until they do another cut on this field. Happily, Sunday I've had an invite from a friend who I met on a group dig to go onto some of his land. I'm not sure whether I'll film that or not, to be honest. It seems a bit rude to film it on somebody else's land. But if I find anything on the way back to the car, I shall give you a shout. If not, see you soon.